Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Today we're back at you with another tool video. Today's video is a gimmick tool time. We have sort of a gimmick tool here that I picked up recently. I picked this one up at Tractor Supply. But before we jump into it, if you can do me a favor and hit the like and also subscribe to this channel if you find this content at all interesting or helpful. Okay, yeah, I went to Tractor Supply and like I always do, usually in the front of the store they have, like, when you first walk in, there's like a display or what have you, and they have like little knick-knack tools and stuff in there, and usually stuff, a lot of times I think some of the stuff is on clearance also, and this was one of the things that kind of caught my eye that I've seen before, not really up close, but I've seen this on eBay and other places when looking for like multi-tools and stuff, and this would always pop up. I never really wanted to like run and get one, but since I saw it and it was pretty cheap, I think it was less than $10, so I figured I'd pick this one up, and it's called an axe head multi-tool, and it's by Mossy oak, and the item number is 1424200, and here's some of the packaging, and on the back it has some stats here. Stainless steel attachments, okay, aluminum handle, 6 1/4 overall, belt pouch included, and here it shows the different tools it has. And where is this made? Of course, this is made in China. So let's open it up and see what we get inside. Okay, here's the tool. It's a small axe hammer. I don't know if anybody would really carry something like this, especially on a belt pouch. Here's the pouch. It's surprisingly not the flimsiest. It looks pretty flimsy, and it is pretty flimsy, but it's not the flimsiest pouch I've seen out there. This one, like here, has like double material. It has this side, and then it has another layer material here. I think there's single layer here on the pouch portion, but the backing is like a double layer. Has this loop, which again, not very secure, but not the thinnest loop either. So yeah, not so great, but not the worst, I guess. Has Velcro, a small swash of Velcro here. That's the hook side, and then you have the loop over here, which is a little bit longer. Okay, let's get into the tool. Let's put this in the pouch and see how this is intended to be carried. Okay, this is how it looks in the pouch. The thing about this is you're gonna need this cover here. It has like a plastic covering on the blade, because if you were to just carry this in the pouch without the covering on the blade, you're gonna get cut. It's not the sharpest blade, but it does have an edge on it, and it will cut. So if you intend on carrying this in any way, either pouch or in your pocket, you would need this rubber plastic guard to be put on the blade. But here's a look at the blade. like I said, is not the sharpest instrument or blade out there, but it is sharp enough that it will cut. So just be aware of that. Here's a look at the hammer end. It's a square hammer. You see there, and this is not too heavy, but it is not light either. It's got a decent weight to it. I can see this. I mean, you can use this as a small hammer. You know, you're not gonna put a lot of force behind it, but if you needed to put something down light, I guess it'll work. It has this hex wrench here, two different sizes. This one is bigger and that one's a little bit smaller. Let me see if the package says what size it is. No, it doesn't say. It just says hex key wrench, and that's what you get. And the head is attached to the body by these two rivets here. You can see them here. And some of the tools this comes with, let's take a look. There's no lock on this on any of these tools, but it comes with a file, and kind of an anemic file. Looks pretty bad. There's no file on the end here, so you can't make a groove. You know, there's no teeth on the bottom here of the blade of the file, so it's just flat sides and a little bit of file checking there. You can see it there. I mean, this file probably you might file your nails with, but I don't think you'll be able to do much work with this file. And then it has, does it have a tip? Maybe a small tip here for like a small screwdriver, a flat head. And the next tool is this saw, and it too looks pretty cheapy. I mean, this will cut, yeah, it will cut, but you won't want to saw through anything of substance with this. Actually, this looks like it might be just good enough to make grooves where this file didn't have the teeth on the bottom. You can use this to make grooves, but it's not the greatest. Looks pretty basic. And then the funniest tool of them all is this Phillips head, a tiny Phillips head with this long shank, and then at the end there's a bottle opener. So I mean, I'm kind of speechless here. I don't know why they put this pretty badly formed Phillips, kind of, they cut it out here to make it thin, but it doesn't really, is not thin enough to where it's going to go far, because it's less than an inch from this portion to the tip. And then you have this long shaft here, and then you have like a bad looking bottle opener at the end of it. So kind of the weirdest tool of the bunch. And then you have the knife. You get this screwdriver out of the way. Here's the knife. Pretty basic. Has an edge, not the sharpest, but I guess it will work as a knife. Looks like a basic like Swiss Army knife. They're pretty thin. That's the nail catch on the front here. So that's what you get here. Like, not the greatest tool selection. Like I said, this is how thick they are. They're all pretty thin, and you can see there's no lock, but there's this I guess a little spring action from this metal piece here that kind of holds them in place when they are deployed a little bit. Yeah, and it has an orange and black handle. I guess that's aluminum. That's the aluminum that we're talking about. And they're held together by some hex bolts here. So, yeah, like I said, not the greatest. Kind of interesting, the shape, and that it's a small axe. I don't know what you'll be doing. I can see this axe or hatchet being used more as a cutting implement than, I guess it would be more useful as a cutting implement than a chopping implement. The hammer might do some really light duty hammering. This thing here, I don't see any use in a hatchet this small, but I don't know. I never maybe there is a use for it that I don't know of, because I have seen hatchets that are kind of this small in the past and other knives. Like I think old marbles had a knife where it was like a fold out hatchet, about maybe even smaller than this, and probably thinner. So I don't know if that was kind of a thing back in the day, but like I said, I could see this. Maybe you can cut with this, and maybe do a little bit of firewood, make some feathering the wood to prep wood a little bit. I mean, this tool doesn't look like it's meant for any of that, but I guess in a pinch it could be used for some things, I guess, right? Well, and remember, don't forget the cover, because you don't want to cut yourself. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. If you see this, to be honest, if you see this for like a couple bucks, pick it up as a novelty. But I've seen these, and I think I've seen them online, and they were kind of expensive, like 15-20 bucks. Yeah, just pass. Just keep going. Alright guys, until next time.